Danny, you'll be pulling the curtain down on your career at the end of the season.
Yeah.
How does it feel to know that this will be your last year?
Yeah, look, pretty prepared for it. Obviously, it's sad. Well, when I say sad, to be at this club for such a period of time, 18 years, more than half my life, for it all to end and going to a new chapter is going to be strange, but I wouldn't change any of it for the world. I've had a great ride, seen some great highs, some great lows, but yeah, no regrets whatsoever. Really pleased of what I've been able to achieve over my career.
How long have you sort of been mulling over the decision to bring it all to an end? A tough decision, I imagine.
Oh yeah, well obviously sort of last season it sort of got brought up a little bit, between myself and family, and we just thought it was the right thing to do, to have one last go at it and try and go out on my terms and end on a high. Unfortunately, it hasn't gone that way, but I've loved every moment of it. Even this season, sometimes you have to wear them lows to warrant them highs, and the time I've been at this club, I've seen a lot of lows, but I've seen some great highs, and I'm just really grateful and thankful that I've been able to have that opportunity at this club.
Was there ever a temptation in your mind, thinking, well, one more year, would it do any harm?
No, mate. I just at this moment in time, I just feel like my body's telling me that it's time. I just feel like now I know it's coming to an end. My body's sort of like rejecting it a little bit, picking up loads of niggles and knocks, and I've always said if I couldn't give everything to this club, I wouldn't want to do it. So I think it's definitely the right time now.
Yeah, you've had a fair few of those bumps and bruises over the last couple of months, and it's probably because of the fact you've played for such a prolonged period of time. If you can, just try and sum up that really incredible spell that you've had at the club.
Yeah, obviously as a kid, coming through at the start, it was sort of like one game would be enough, but then you just sort of get whirlwinded by the sort of environment of it, and the ongoing day-to-day sort of thing, and then you sort of end up here, and it's time to call it a day. But like I say, met some great people along the way, coaches, friends for life, and that's what this sport does. It sort of gives you everything. In a long period of time, that created so many bonds, friendships, so many highs, winning the cup back to back and stuff like that, and creating stories for life. Is something that I'll take away from this. That'll be the biggest thing for me, is the people I've met along the way and the people I can keep in touch with. It's pretty special.
I know you're quite close with Jamie Shaw and Scott Taylor, who retired at the end of last season. Have you spoken to them, and did they help influence you on making your final decision? Yeah,
I spoke to, obviously, Yemo I'm close with as well, and Washi, and they just sort of like encouraged me not to fear what may come on the back of it. Obviously, it's the unknown for everyone. I've got my business on the side, but who knows where that's going to go. So there is that little bit of that fear element of you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's next, but they've encouraged me to just embrace it and go with it, and something will come of it. Just got to put myself out there and go get it, go attack it like I have done my career, sort of like never die attitude, and try and go and find something, and I'm sure I will.
I think you alluded to it a couple of moments ago, but you must feel so privileged to have played with so many players here at Hull.
Yeah, I've sort of seen it all, really. Seen every man and his dog come through the door, and and out the door as well. Honoured and humbled, really, that I've been able to see so many people come through. Not humble to see them go, because it's sad and it's upsetting when they do go, but to being able to spend such a long time at this great club, is something that I'm proud of.
Anyone stand out for you in thinking, I really enjoyed playing alongside them?
All my close mates, like Yemo, Ornies, Tag, Shawley, Washi, all of them really, Gaz, everyone I've played with, rugby players, and down to earth, humble, get the crack, have a laugh, great environment, the best environment to be involved in. I can't think of a better environment really to be involved with. So, every player that comes through the door is great to play with, great to be around. But them close bonds that I have created, to be able to walk the field with them on numerous occasions, it's pretty special. And we did have successful years and even non-successful years. We created sort of a family atmosphere and a family feeling, that never dies sort of attitude for each other. And that was a real special sort of moment for me to be able to share the field so many times with so many great people.
You said at the top of the interview you'd enjoyed a lot of really top great memories here at Hull FC. Just pick out some of your standouts.
Obviously debuting is always special for anyone, any kid to debut for this club. It's special. Obviously the cup successes, to be the first team to ever win at Wembley was special, and to do it back to back with that group as well. That group of sort of, I know it's an old cliche, but that group of brothers, which it did turn out to be, we sort of was so tight as a group, like a family sort of feel. That's probably the highlight really of the full career. Obviously everything in between is special and amazing. The wins along the way, the losses, sort of like endured a lot of pain to get them gains. But it's all part of that sort of that story and that reaping them rewards really, and feeling that when you do win something, the hard times you've gone through makes it even more special. So, it's all been great, mate. Like I say, don't regret anything I've done. Wouldn't sit here and go, I wish I'd have done that, I wish I'd have done this, because there's nothing that I would have changed really. I've loved every moment.
Any other sort of personal standouts that sort of vividly spring to mind for you?
What I will say is, in 2008, the Challenge Cup final, obviously I played a decent role within that sort of year. I'd gone down to Wembley thinking I was going to walk the field as an 18-year-old kid, and got told the night before that I wasn't going to be playing, I was going to be 18th man. And I always think back to that as being that moment in my career where I went, this isn't happening again. So I really focused hard on working as hard as I can, being the best version of me that I can, and making sure when that opportunity comes again, I wasn't going to let it slip by, and I was going to be part of that squad that walked out of Wembley. And I think that shaped my career. Not shaped it, but who knows if I'd have walked out there and played that game, where my career had gone. It might have ended the same way, I don't know, but I look back at that moment and go, I think that was a turning point in what sort of like shaped my career really.
And who'd have known, 8 years later, your sublime tackle 2 minutes from time helps Hull win the cup. It's brilliant how fate works, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, it was. Like I say, from that moment in 08, that sort of hard work, that we put in, because I'm not stupid. I'm not the most gifted, talented player to have played for Hull FC, but what I will say is I was prepared to work hard and go get every moment, and I feel all them days leading into that cup final put me in that position to be able to pull it off. And that saying that we had was don't let each other down, and that's all I was doing then, was moving and didn't want to let my mate down on the inside.
Obviously you've had a real long spell here. What would you say are some of the biggest things that you've learned along the way?
Never give up. Work as hard as I can. Cherish every moment, because now it comes to an end. And thankfully I've sort of cherished most moments. I won't say every moment, because you sort of get caught up in the moment, but we're sort of privileged to be able to do this as a job. And for me, to be able to do it for sort of like 18 years is something I'm proud of, and something that I will cherish in maybe 10, 20 years' time.
Yeah. We said earlier in the interview that you're struggling with your calf at the moment.
Yeah.
Just how much of a toll do you think playing all those games has taken on your body?
Yeah, but obviously it must take some toll, mate. Back early in my career, when I was playing 80 minutes week in, week out, there's always talks of sort of like, we'll bring someone in and let's play 30, 40 minutes, bring you off and prolong your career. And I always had that mindset of, I'd rather finish earlier, and be able to do what I do best, and that's play for a long period of time. Obviously, now probably having them injuries and them knocks is probably part of that doing now. But like looking back now, like I keep saying, I wouldn't change that for the world. I always wanted to play every minute I could. Now I've been able to do that on most occasions, thankfully. But yeah, body's taking a little bit of its toll now, and I just feel like I say, now that moment's come, I just feel like everything's sort of unravelling a little bit in my body, and it's definitely time to call it a day.
Now that you've made the decision, are you looking forward to just chilling out and enjoying your retirement?
Yeah, I'd love it if I could chill out. Obviously, going to have to go some sort of work. Hopefully my business kicks off in the resin driveways and interior stuff. Now I'm going to give it a good push. Attack it like I've attacked my rugby league career, and if something comes of it, great. If not, go into a different sort of avenue. But yeah, sort of like, look, this game's great, it gives us everything, but it has its restrictions in terms of like family holidays, booking times to go away and stuff like that. So I think I'll enjoy them sort of moments, but I'm going to miss more than I'm not, if that makes sense, in terms of like the camaraderie of the place, the dressing rooms, just that everyday sort of feel you get going into sort of the training facility, and just being around lads that are on sort of my, well, not my wavelength, but everyone's sort of wavelength and all in the same boat. That'll be the thing I miss the most. Maybe not playing, that sort of like getting up for games and stuff like that. It takes a lot now. Sort of like all mindset of, you know what I mean, like another game, and so that's one thing I won't miss. But when I'm sat watching it in the crowd, then I'm sure I'll definitely miss, walking out there and being part of, what's been all my life basically.
That was a really interesting point you made there about sort of not being able to book time off and having to really meticulously look at your schedule and, when can I get some time away from the game. And I think that's probably something that a lot of people don't really appreciate as rugby league players. You are, at the end of the day, humans, and you've got families to spend time with. That must be something that you're now really looking forward to, is spending a lot more time with your family. Yeah,
that's it. Like, don't get me wrong, like I keep saying, the game gives you loads. We get to finish at good times, and we get to take our kids to school in the morning and pick them up. But in terms of like that family time of, like I say, going away, holidays, they're restrictive. But and also, like, your family has to have them restrictions as well. Like missus and kids, sort of like, they have to be restricted to when they can go away as well. They feel like they don't really want to book and go somewhere without you because it's not right. So it's a dedication for them as well. So being able to sort of like not do what I want, but be able to book things in advance and look forward to something. It's something that I will look forward to. But like I keep alluding to, the game's been great to me. Give me everything that I'm going to be able to take with me along the way as well.
A lot of people, when they say that the game's been great to me, often want to give something back. Do you think we'll see you in some sort of rugby league role later down the line? Yeah, look,
I'd love to be able to go into sort of like the junior, the academy sort of level, and be part of nurturing some of them young boys through. I know they've got a great setup down there with the reserves and the academy, so to be able to give a little bit of my knowledge to some of them boys and progress them through to first grade and have hopefully a career of 10, 15, 20 years, it'd be something that I'd take great pride in. And it's not been spoke about yet. It's probably something that I might speak about it in the upcoming weeks, but to be able to give something back to the academy, where I came from and what I was part of, I know what it means and I know what it takes, so hopefully I can go into that sort of role.
Will you be following the team from the stands?
Oh yeah. No, that's all I've known. No, as a kid, sort of 7, 8 years old kid, that's what I used to do. Go watch the club. So yeah, I'll be on the terraces screaming them home.
So, weird circle of life that you come along as a kid, and then you serve the club for 18 years, and then after that's done, you back on the terraces to where it all
in
started.
the East Stand, raving them home. I don't think I'll be in the East Stand though. I'll get my comfort seat in the West Stand, but no, mate, it's a big part of my life, and how can you just sort of let it go? No, we all want this club to get back to great heights, and it will do, and hopefully I can be sort of part of that in the stand and cheer the boys home, and hopefully this club gets back to where it belongs.
Just finally, what kind of a legacy do you think you'll leave here at the club?
Oh, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Something I've not really thought about. Something I'm not really, when I say fussed about, I'm not, you know what I mean? The thing that I've always held in the most high regard is what my peers think of me. And if my peers think, I was a kid that I'd go that extra mile from them, I was happy. So in terms of legacy, I'm not too sure, but I hope I've left a mark on the boys I've played with.